Okay, we are recording.
Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Mayor-Manager meeting for Wednesday, August 23rd. Online with me is Deputy City Clerk Sarah Harkness, City Attorney Tamara Niles, City Manager Shawn Lewis, City Clerk Stephanie Carlisle, Deputy City Manager Tim Dodd, and Mayor Pro Tem Steve Ward. Shawn, I'll let you kick us off.
Thanks, Mayor. On the 28th, we have a few study session items. Administrative study results for charges to enterprise funds, component units. Looks like we've got time frames on that one. Financial report, youth advisory board. Do y'all want to discuss the interview and discussion times?
Well, I guess the way that I'm foreseeing it, are we starting at 5:30 or we start the interviews at 6? Did we decide that? I thought maybe we did say 5:30.
I think so. That's what I remember too.
Okay, so we're going 5:30 to maybe potentially 6:30 with 9 candidates, correct?
I believe we have 10, I think.
Okay. And so we're going to have a round robin. Each of them come up and ask their question to the 7 council members. Or we'll ask the question to them and obviously they'll provide an answer. So I'm guessing that may take. Somebody kind of help me out with the math here. How long are we expecting that to take?
Sarah,
like 45 minutes or so?
If you were maybe 5 minutes per each person, that would take you about an hour. I'm not sure how much time you wanted to spend.
Well, I was kind of curious, like, I'm not sure if we would actually deliberate the youth advisory board like immediately after. I think that would happen at the end of the night.
Okay.
But Mayor Pro Tem, do you have an issue with like actually discussing the youth advisory board interviews at the end of the evening?
I don't. I also find it difficult to foresee any circumstances under which we would not appoint a member, but I guess that'll play out.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so let's put 45 minutes of interview time, and then the discussion time, I think we should wait until the end of the evening. Well, I'm looking at the rest of the items here. Let me see. Presentation on potential emergency ordinance to operate without a city. That actually could be kind of lengthy.
We could put that under mayor's choice if you want. Just the selection or the appoint, or I guess we wouldn't be appointing.
Well, no, we wouldn't appoint until the following meeting. So that would go under mayor's choice the following week, correct? So we do have to come to an agreement on placing people that evening, at least have consensus of what the board may look like. And that's why I was saying that should happen at the end of the evening.
Do you want us to put that on mayor's choice, the discussion about the applicants? Or do you want
okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's do that. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We also wanting a meet and greet at the beginning.
I think that makes sense, just so they can feel at ease.
So beginning at 5:30, maybe till 6, and then start the interview process.
I think at 5:30 to 5:45, 15-minute meet and greet, and then start at 5:45 to 6:30 on the youth advisory board interviews.
Okay.
But I'm also thinking,
I don't know about that, Mayor. I mean, if we have 10 candidates, 15 minutes per meet and greet seems woefully inadequate to me.
well, we're also kind of having just a roundabout, so everyone's going to be spaced apart and just meeting the candidate. That to me, we could use that time as a meet and greet as well, but yeah, you're right.
I mean,
and go ahead,
but y'all
Shawn.
are going to each have one-on-one time with each candidate, right? So I thought the meet and greet was just to kind of like, okay, everybody's here, everybody got a snack, and now we're going to start.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not thinking it's going to be anything. I'm not sure if we really need 30 minutes for that, Steve. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm still thinking 5:30 to 5:45 for a meet and greet, and then 5:45 to about like 6:40 or so for the interviews. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, I'll defer. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, let's do that.
All right, and then the last item is the presentation of potential emergency ordinance to operate without a city council quorum.
Okay.
So I've got timeframes set for that. August 29th, we have Affordable Housing Task Force interviews. And it looks like we're all set on that.
Okay.
September 5th, resolution appointing city hearing officers, library card sign up month proclamation, workforce development month proclamation, National Hispanic Heritage Month, Constitution Week, 2023 quarter 2 strategic plan update, motion to approve amendments to council policies, city civic center and EVE city security services, CB40 MOU between Inglewood Police and Arapahoe County Human Services, Child Protective Services, integrate IGA for the Homelessness Navigation Center, another second reading for adoption of the National Electric Code, and EMC regarding department structure. Approve an ordinance to appeal customer service standards. Approve ordinance approving Comcast cable TV franchise. First reading Unified Development Code. Ordinance banning live dog and cat sales at retail. Amending an Inglewood Municipal Code to reflect new statewide minimum age for firearm purchase. Amending Inglewood Municipal Code to reflect new state definition of serious bodily injury. IGA with Arapahoe County, accepting a grant from Arapahoe County Open Space for Bates Logan. And first reading of an IGA with the City of Inglewood and Arapahoe County Board of Commissioners.
Okay.
Do you just want to wait till next week to assign consent and timeframes?
No, actually, let's just go through the consent items now so we kind of get an idea of how long of a meeting we have here.
So the hearing officers.
I would say yes to that.
Okay. Approve amendments to council policies.
Where are we at? Do we have consensus on that when we last discussed them? I thought we did.
I don't know that there was consensus on the flash drive issue.
Oh, that's right. Then let's put that as no.
Yeah.
And then security services, we are beefing that up a bit from last year, from the last
Okay.
one. But do you want to put that on?
Steve, you think that's going to get pulled? I have a feeling that gets pulled.
I don't know. I'd try it on consent.
Okay, let's add it on consent.
New statewide age, minimum age for firearm purchase. These are just state.
I would say yes, but feel free to disagree with me, Steve.
Absolutely not.
There we go.
Serious bodily.
On
Go ahead.
on that one, do you the statewide law is now that you can't sell firearms to someone under the age of 21. Our municipal code says 18. That was like the former state law. And so I've included on the agenda item what happens if we don't adopt this. It's still the statewide law. We just can't prosecute sales from 18 to 20 in municipal court. And
What a
so
terrible pity.
I'm sorry. And so do you want a PowerPoint on this, or do you just want me to give that short description? Because it's just a very small change in our code.
Yeah, I don't think you need to do a PowerPoint. The issue at hand here is more principle related than whether or not the law is good or necessary. So
Okay. And on all of these items, that are updates to reflect new state laws from 2023. I've put in every single one. What happens if we don't adopt it? Because that was some questions we've fielded in the past.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyone is going to reflect the new state? I would say yes to that one. Steve, do you disagree on the next one? Municipal or serious bodily injury?
I don't have a problem with that.
Mhm.
And then IGA with Arapahoe County for accepting the $600,000 grant.
I would say no, just because it's such a big project for Bates Logan.
Okay, and then the IGA between the city and the county for county transit mobility study.
I would say yes.
I don't think that one's gonna fly on consent, but
Okay,
if you want to try, that's fine.
let's try, but yeah, I can see it getting pulled as well.
All right, moving on to September 11th, CIP prioritization process recommendations, interview meeting facilitators for the Affordable Housing Task Force meetings, 2024 budget public hearing.
Okay.
I also was going to ask the two of you on the facilitators. At times for like council retreat, we've brought you just qualifications and had you select. And I think it was staff had the idea that you could also interview them with this one. Is that your desire? Just wanted to confirm we're not doing something that you don't care to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we've interviewed them in the past, have we?
Well, we never had really this high of a profile of a task force. For the police reform task force, we, staff interviewed and made a recommendation that was approved by council. So we're just, since council requested this one, we're just giving you that option, but we can do however you want.
I would be a
different
preference of
process.
actually having recommendation from staff, but Steve, any thoughts there?
You'll get no argument from me on that, but
Yeah, I
it's a
think.
pretty contentious issue,
Yeah.
just in general.
Can I bring it up as mayor's choice on Monday night? My preference would be city staff to provide a recommendation.
Yeah, it might be a good discussion for Mayor's Choice. We really are good either way.
Okay.
We just want to make sure that it's what you all want.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Next, we have the 18th of September, 2 study sessions, one on massage business license. Go ahead, Steve.
Sorry, that was just a cough. I forgot to mute myself.
Presentation on massage business license, an update on Big Dry Creek project from utilities, and then moving on to regular, we've got general contractor for utilities office improvements, potholing contract for our lead reduction program, use of Broncos funds, second reading of Title 16 Code Next. Did we already see first reading?
Yeah, it's on the 5th or 6th, whatever the Tuesday after is.
I remember reading that. Amending Inglewood Municipal Code to reflect new state name for art gallery permit, and the 2024 budget ordinance first reading.
Okay.
Moving on to the 25th, we have budget workshop to finalize the budget if we need it. Doesn't appear we're going to. 2023 August monthly financial report, and then the EDDA's budget approval.
Okay.
October 2nd, resolution for the 2024 rate and fee schedule. 2023 budget supplemental. This one, unless there's other things, this one actually is getting moved to November. November, almost sure.
Okay.
Code Enforcement Month, Indigenous Peoples Day Proclamation, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, EDA proposed budget approval, 2024 budget ordinances second reading. So I see the proposed budget for EDDA on twice. Is that required 2 meetings?
I thought we were doing it late September.
Well, we have it on late September, but we
Yeah,
also
so it might be, yeah, I think you just need to verify that date's done. Which one we agreed to.
we'll do that. Moving on to the October 16th meeting. Budget supplemental, Denver Water Interconnect Agreement, and September financial report on October 23rd.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I guess the one thing that we need to add, Shawn, are we still taking the picture of council prior to Monday's meeting? If we're starting at 5:30, we probably have to take that picture at 5:15.
Right. I mean, that's what you had asked me to let council know that.
Okay, so let's make a note within the agenda that we'll be meeting, or let council know that we're meeting at 5:15 for the picture.
Okay. Right. And I am pulling up, actually, I'm pulling up the email I sent Member Russell yesterday with regard to her council request, just to verify those. And that. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go off my notes and what I wrote to her. Can council be provided with the HDR report? Can we verify that Mike Jones' open records request was responded to regarding the jump drive? What communication has occurred between the City of Inglewood and South Inglewood Sanitation District regarding proposed code changes? Should the city, and then a study session request, which you all did not vote on, so I'm assuming that will come back up, but regarding an independent board to address ethics complaints. And then can we be provided with a phone number for Excel when a street light is out, and can that information be placed on the website? And then Mayor, yours was, can we have a report on the incidents described by Benjamin Ben David, including follow-up and any action pertaining thereto?
Yeah, thanks, Shawn. So, Shawn, actually, I meant to bring this up on Monday night regarding the independent board. Could we get some background on what the current process is? Like, wasn't sure if you were adding it as we were going to try to add it to a study session. I think it probably would be best to just find out what the current process is and then see if there's a need for an independent board.
Okay, if we can make that a council request from you.
Cameron, did you want to say anything on that, or?
Oh, I was just going to answer the question. That the current process for ethics issues, it depends on whether it's a board or city council. If the board, the chair of the board essentially receives a complaint, and then the board investigates it. And for city council, it's the same. The complaint is made to city council, and then city council weighs in. We did add at Mayor Pro Tem Ward's request a provision regarding how city council would publicly sanction another council member. But it's put in our council policies, and I'm happy. Go ahead and assign that to me if you want, Shawn. I'm happy to provide that in a council request.
Perfect. Thank you, Tamara. All right. Anything else, Shawn?
That's all I've got.
All right, perfect. Anything else from you, Mayor Pro Tem?
Just one thing in general. We've been having a lot of long meetings and a lot of late nights. I think it's in everyone's best interest for us to avoid that if we can. I know there's a lot of business for us to consider, and that's why we're there in the first place. But if we need to talk about going to 2 nights on occasion or deferring some things, I think that's a conversation worthy of discussion.
Yeah, I agree.
And if I could weigh in on that, I think from a staff perspective, we are putting as much as we can now because we don't know what's going to happen with the recall. And so I'll be presenting on this at a study session, but if we lose a quorum, then city council can't approve things. So I think that's why, at least until October, our agendas are inflated.
Thank you, City Attorney. Shawn, I'm sorry, did you want to add?
No, I'm sorry. My door is open and there's a meeting starting next door.
Okay. All right, perfect. Anything else, Mayor Pro Tem?
That's all. Thank you.
Anything else from staff?
I don't have any.
No.
All right, perfect. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for your time today. That concludes today's mayor manager meeting. Everyone have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.